Welcome back, dear friends, to part 2 of my Secret Santa video, where I'll be showing you parts of the process of crafting my gifts as a Secret Santa. The name I had drawn was Zach from Pinsand Tailoring. I assume most of you already know or have heard of Zach, but in short, he's a historical tailor that dresses in historical dress in everyday life. A large part of Zach's brand is sustainability, which I try to incorporate as much as possible. So I started off by roaming a few antique markets, searching for little trinkets. I then asked a dear friend of mine to help me learn a new craft.
Hi guys! Today I'm with my dear friend Noortje, and she's going to teach me how to do needle felt. She's really good at it. She makes beautiful things. I'll put some items that she makes.
Preview.
Or if you will.
It's a seal.
And what I'm going to make today is macarons, because my Secret Santa loves macarons. These are the fillings, and these are filled with metal beads, so they're quite heavy, and they're going to be used as pattern weights. And because my Secret Santa also is a tea addict, I'm going to make a pink cushion out of this. And the filling is made with walnut shells, which is apparently very good for your needles with the oils and stuff. So yeah, thank you for having me and helping me out. So yeah, I think we're going to get started, I guess.
Yeah, so I put out some colors, which you can choose from, but you can grab anything from the floor because it just it's everywhere. That's my huge pile of glue. And basically you just choose any color you like.
I'm gonna put pink.
Pink, yes, I thought so.
Good choice.
Good choice. And what you're gonna do is grab a little piece of it, and you just... It's a little bit stuck because it felted in the pile. And what you're gonna do is put it around the big cushion and put some layers. So
a bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you need some layers in order to be able to felt it.
Okay, that's...
No, you have to pick out a little piece because otherwise it's really tight.
Like that. And then just fluff it a bit.
And wrap it around.
Like so. Bit more or?
Yeah, I'll just put it all around.
So it's all covered up.
And be sure to wrap it really tight because you can see how much you need.
Okay. I am really trying to get them all apart. Jeez.
Tiny pieces.
Yeah.
Should I just...
Yeah.
That's no good.
I thought I had strong hands, but apparently I don't.
You get strong hands from needle felting, I guess.
I'm gonna go practice at that. Off camera in a bit. Hi. We've established a pink rock. So I'm now going to do the filling, and I'm going to add a little bit of dark pink, and I'm going to add a little bit more of the lighter pink to stand out. I've been told by the expert.
The macaron expert, hardly.
And now you're just catching me up doing something new again, so...
Well...
Look at her go! Pro!
My mom always says that it sounds like a rat is stuck in the wall. some animal chewing.
We're not quite finished yet, but Melchior made a lovely cup of tea.
Yes. Very lovely.
We've almost finished all the macarons. almost. We still need 2 to go, and I want to redo this one and refine this one. But
Yeah.
and Noortje made this one.
This is the T. Noortje made
The yellow one.
the yellow one.
Yeah.
And
she kindly gives me a little bit of wool to finish off the macarons at home. And she's making a really pretty bird. Do you want to show them?
And what was the bird again?
It's a southern carmine bee eater. So
Actually, so he's an enemy to the environment because he's
eating bees, but there are no bees. So.
Well, it probably eats other stuff too.
Yeah, probably.
Well, thank you very much, Noortje, for helping me out.
You're very
and
welcome.
for your gracious craft supplies. And for a lovely afternoon. I really liked it. Thank you very much.
Yes. And now it's
Dark outside.
it's dark outside.
It's cold.
And we're going home.
So one of the gifts I'm giving Zach is this correct book. Zach is all about sustainability and saving the environment and having products that last long, no waste. So I thought this notebook would be right up his alley, and what it is basically, it's a whiteboard notebook. So it has a few blank pages, it has lines. You can take them out and put them somewhere else in the book, change the order. You can buy more pages, you can buy other pages with to-do list or planning pages, etc, etc. And it comes with this pen, which is refillable as well, and you can just, you know, write with it, and then you can just erase it, which is super neat, just like a whiteboard. The good thing about this as well is that with every notebook sold, you actually fund a whole trimester of these notebooks to children in Africa. So I thought that it would be right up his alley. The only thing is it didn't really look, doesn't really fit Zach's style, as I would say it. So I found a solution for that. A few years back I made myself this leather journal, and I got leather left of that. So I'm going to make a cover for this notebook, and then I'm going to leather stamp with gold lettering his brand, so Pins and Tailoring. So I've got these leathers, and I'm going to use gold foil, and then I'm just going to write his business on it. And I thought that would be really neat to use for business meetings or appointments, fitting appointments, to make notes and stuff. So I hope he likes it. So here's a little update. I haven't been filming much because it's been less
weeks has been a little bit hectic, but this is the end result of the gold lettering, in case I hadn't showed you yet. And my initial idea was to make this a removable cover and have like these side pockets to sew it all around. Let's show you, like these side pockets, and then the cover of the notebook could slide into that, and then, you know, you could take it out whenever you wanted. Unfortunately, because this leather is quite thick and the cover is not very sturdy, that system did not work. I fortunately found that out before I stitched these together. So what I've came up to with a different system, which is unfortunately not removable, is I punched, I don't know if you can see this, I punched holes in the ring and I inserted a metal rod, and that I'm going to sew into the leather. And then, so the pages will still be removable, it's just the cover won't be removable. And then you can click in all the pages at the right spot. So, and then it will be less like sturdy and hard to handle, because as you can see, I mean it needs a little bit, you know, it needs to get worn in, and then the leather will age, and then I still have to finish. So I'm still going to do like stitching, although it will be more decorative than it will be functional. I'm going to soften the corners, and then I'm going to finish off all the edges. So that will be that, and I'll show you the final result once that's done. Progress on my other gifts is this one. I embroidered Zach's silhouette. I don't know if you can see the stitches. Maybe not. Unfortunately, I ordered this online thinking it was wood, and finding out later when it arrived that it's actually plastic. So that doesn't really work with the aesthetic and the theme of the box, but it still looks neat, and I already ordered it and I couldn't find anything else that matched this. I do think I need to rotate him a little bit because he's a little bit looking down. And then I was thinking to finish off the back side, so I found this at one of the antique markets, and it's actually like I don't know what the English word for it is, but you can basically, you know, you can trace the letters and then you can embroider your initials. Now, of course, this is backwards because it's, I mean, his name is Zach Vincent, but this was the closest I could find, and he could just, you know, turn the letters around, which I already did here. So this is just penciled in, and I'm going to embroider that and put that on the back side of this. And then I'll put a nice ribbon in here, and I can use it either as a Christmas ornament or just hang it on the wall, whatever he wants, or you can just throw it in the trash. Whatever he wants with it. So yeah, that will be a gift for him as well. And then there are like a little bit 2 joke gifts. So, okay, let me just start with this one. So as you already seen, I went to visit my friend Noortje, and I found this extra over-the-top gold and flowery cup at a thrift store, and we need to felt it like it has tea, and it's actually filled with round walnut shells, which is really good for pin cushioning because the oils in the shell actually like moisturize your needles, and it will keep them nice and sharp. And then funny thing that the china is actually from Balmoral Castle, so I thought that was funny. So I'm going to hot glue these 2 together, and it will be a pin cushion. And the reason I'm using hot glue is that he can just, if he wants to, use some hot water and loosen these from each other and just remove the glue, and he just still can use it as a cup and saucer. Well, if I would use like like permanent glue, that will leave, it will damage the china. And this one's removable as well. It's just I'm not going to do that because it will mess up that. And then I went to a macaron shop and asked if I could have a empty box. And in here are the macarons I made. Melchior helped made these, and Noortje made this one actually. And she learned me how to needle felt. So these are pattern weights. So they're about 78 grams heavy, and they've got metal balls in them. So I made little tiny sets. And then he can just use these as pattern weight when he's cutting fabric. And, you know, have his mouth water because they look delicious. Oh, funny thing. So I used to have from Prim these pattern weights, and I initially wanted to put the pincushion ground walnuts in there, but it was too light, so they wouldn't really function as pattern weights. And I already had these, so I opened them up to see what's in there. I've got these tiny metal balls in there. So that's what's in here, and then I'm just going to order new ones for myself because I emptied these. Oh, and then there's one more tiny gift, which is from my friend, and it's just beeswax to use for his threads. And this one is actually from my friend's shop, Le Rose Passementerie, and her husband made these because he has a mead distillery, and this is like leftover from the mead he brews, and this is just all natural stuff. So basically his box will contain out of either thrifted items, homemade items, or like well, useful items, except for that one. That's not really useful. The rest is all has a function and, you know, he can use for stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to finish things off and I'll catch up with you guys later.